It is one of my favorite cities, and Montreal never looks better than it does when the Grand Prix comes to town. Now, you already know who won this year's race, so what are we doing here? Well, think about this. What's the most important liquid you put in your car? Gasoline. What is the one liquid you never get to see? Gasoline. Exactly. Well, as I stand here right now, Ferrari is #1 in the F1 standings. And since 1947, they have been putting Shell gasoline in their car, and that includes the very first Grand Prix in 1950. Well, Shell and Ferrari have got together to put on what I think is a cool and very entertaining way to give all of us a better appreciation of the role that gasoline plays in the health of our engines.
Hello and welcome on board. We're almost set here. Just relax, take a look around.
Well, I think this is fantastic. I mean, when you get a chance to go through this, I don't want to give it away, but you're going to get a full experience of what the fuel does in your engine.
Keep your eye on the pressure and temperature readings.
I think what will help here is that you'll understand going into the tank, you'll understand the travel, the fuel goes from the tank to the engine, in the engine, what it's seeing. You get the effects of what you see in the engine, and then as it exits. You really need to experience it yourself.
Entering fuel lane.
We're now coming into the engine itself. Brace yourself. It could be a bumpy ride.
It'll vibrate, it'll shake, it'll do whatever you see within that engine to go through. And you'll actually see the parts that are pretty important within that engine that you need to protect.
Enjoy the ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sebastian Vettel.
Well, I think it was quite an impressive animation, quite exciting. Unlike your engine in a road car, my engine is under a lot of stress, maximum stress. It's either everything or nothing, and most of the time it's everything, full power, full stress, full strain. So yeah, it needs to be the right fuel, the right quality of fuel, so that the engine is happy.
Well, I've been tinkering, shall I say, with cars all my life, and it was kind of interesting seeing a video. Following the fuel from the fuel tank to the tailpipe was kind of interesting.
That explosion is the spark plug, igniting the air and gasoline mixture.
It's a very hostile environment. That's the one thing that comes through from the video. And keeping the internals of the engines clean is obviously paramount. It's a different way of looking at things. It's something I've never seen, and I actually found it kind of interesting.
Go Ferrari!
I like the way we traveled through the engine. It was quite interesting.
Gasoline can be like a ride at an amusement park. It was crazy. I just go to the pump, put gas inside the car, and I leave. So it was somewhat different to see how an actual engine works and what the gas does to the engine exactly.
It was cool to see the extremes, actually.
Went from the fuel tank all the way through the engine, back out through the exhaust.
So it really gives you the full view of what's going on, which I had no idea about, that's for sure.
There was smoke, fire popping everywhere. It was crazy.
I just thought, you put your gas in your car and that's it, but it does a lot more than that.
I use Shell on my car because I have been following the Formula One for years, so Shell is pretty close to the Formula One, so I feel confident with that.
I'm going Shell now.
You're pretty much through the engine now, into the exhaust manifold, and finally onto the home stretch, through the catalytic converter.
There's an opportunity to protect that engine, and the opportunity is to protect it against gunk deposits, corrosion, and wear. And Shell V-Power Nitro Plus has all that, allowing that engine to run more efficiently as it was designed to.
Well, I think Sebastian Vettel said it best. You feed it the right fuel, if your engine can talk, it would say thank you.